Always trying to smoke up somebody's shit. The hell on, Felicia.
I'm gonna remember that.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Craig.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all stingy.
Goddamn warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
Problem is, I ain't going nowhere. You can shoot at me, you can stab at me, take your best shot. This is the remix, sucker, no homo. Dipset, remix, let's go. I'm Hawk, Randy Savage, Paul Backlund, Paul Agnew, ha. Who they think they carjacked? What's this? Dumping and dump. I slumped and I slumped. They mad my car's like an elephant. The trunk in the front, still style. See you do react. Hut 6 threw me back, a few they clap. But I ate those, them some Scooby snacks. I ain't see stars. I'm a G-Par. Through the land in 6, drove to the ER. Had to make it hot. Feel like Pac, I know it's set up. Them old niggas know I'm about to take they spot. Ain't no A-B, I-O-U, Y-B. Gotta get them up in ICU, like ICU at the BP. Shot them off GP, gun from VA, PA down to DC. What up, DOA, if you short up on my PC. C74, switch them over to PC. Like Chuck D, we the 06PE. Why they mad? Me, why? I'm in the 06 GT. All the
I know a nigga who don't read the Bible would carry a Glock. Yeah, that was my nigga. I seen the difference in him when he got shot. Whoa, he told me that he was in church the day that bullet went off. So how the hell can a nigga like him believe in God? I seen the signs, many signs. Now I'm not saying you won't go right, but if your options minimize, I can help you put them on a flight. Don't ask for no nine if you scared of knives. If you take a life, you gotta die. I started to see the fear in his eyes. Nigga, we ain't no kids, you down the slide. Now we just riding the whip, we sailing the ship, hoping he get what he get. I give him iron and shit, he's dying to hit. He's only 9 plus 6, plus it's 906. We at his crib, they gotta drop where he live. Told him to empty the clip, fuck who he is. Niggas dying that bitch, I ain't no bro had it in him. I ain't no snake, but I'm produce the venom. I told you that was my nigga. I asked if you got it, then Lil Bro gon' get him. I don't give a fuck who you chillin'. A year later, man, a homie died. Then I call him slippy cause them niggas slide. If you take a life, then you gotta die, boy.
Check, mic check, 1 2, mic check, microphone check, 1 2 1 2. Turn me up, my levels is good. My levels is good. Is my levels good? Rest in peace. Big pun. Yo, salute to everyone. I am Boogie Black, your host, and welcome to my channel. This week we got some breaking news, man. A lot of things has been going on in in the internet world, you know. Something just came on the radar early this morning. I ain't really have time to put up that. It's really none of my business. I don't really give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? But Remy and Pat and Amalia Wallet. I don't know what's going on, but that shit started like 2, 3 in the morning or some shit like that. But anywho, you know what I'm saying? Plus, got some new content, you know, out here on the web for y'all. But one thing I had caught, shout out to Patrick Bey David, in his podcast, the Patrick Bey David podcast. He just dropped, if you go check it out on his YouTube channel, he has the new interview with John Gotti Jr. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link in the description after I'm done with this show. Make it so you guys could just watch it. It's actually over 3 hours long. It's fucking amazing, right? It's over 3 hours long. So, but I'm telling you, Paul, it just, right off the rip, like he doesn't hold no punches. He just goes in, you know what I'm saying? And it definitely was a great interview. What else is ringing along? Oh, I Told You So by Jaguar Wright. That's right. So with all this recent news with Jay-Z going down, it seems like either Jaguar is Cat or Cat is Jaguar, but both of them two seem to be knowing the future. And there's a whole lot of I Told You So's. Didn't I tell you that they had a tape floating around? Didn't I tell you that? So she was just on the blue couch. I basically talking about that. My man Mecca Audio had reported that. And, it was a very interesting point that he made, about what she was saying. Because if you look at her opposition, which was DJ Vlad and all of them, they was just trying to scrutinize her, make it seem like she's crazy, all for the love of the industry and hoping that the industries help them if they help the industry, you know what I'm saying, during this crisis because they being attacked. So DJ Vlad, he kind of caught like, it made itself look like an ass. There's no way you could really, describe it. He made himself look stupid. So, she's really feeling great about the situation, Jaguar, you can see, because it's like almost everything that she said is coming into fruition. So you got that. And just a whole lot of other stuff. So let's just get into it right now with some content.
Why hate, man? It's an expensive emotion. Hating requires a lot of caring. I'd rather not.
It's an expensive emotion to hate. Heard what Johnny said. Hate requires a caring, and I'd rather not.
Why hate, man? It's an expensive emotion. Hating requires a lot of caring. I'd rather not.
So for what I had seen, it was like two planes. They was going to paraglide or whatever or meet up, but instead they crashed. So like everybody that was in the plane end up falling out. The plane end up catching fire and all of that. It's just really crazy.
In a position of dominance where here I'm here You got to figure out how to get out of that. Now, I could do here, boom, grab that wrist, sweep it on the bow, you're done. Lean over here, boom, look, see, you got no leverage now. You got no leverage, I'm the winner. Don't cry, I don't want to hear cries. I want to hear winning victories. Push that out of the way, right down, boom, right down, instantly. Now, you come over the top, boom, now you're in full guard. You're in full guard, you can't lose. You can't lose. Now, you start raining down elbows from here. You hold this and bang right into the elbow. She's done for. Shut your mouth. Now I've got you in a full leg guard.
What are you doing to her? What are you doing?
I'm teaching her how to wrestle. Kick your fucking ass right now. Now get over here. I kick your fucking ass right now. I kick your fucking ass right here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm fucking put you right in an armbar right here. Put you to fucking sleep right now. Done for. Go to bed. She's sleeping. Done for.
Yo, nah, look, she gonna be a wild UFC fighter, man. She gonna be wild. I ain't gonna hold you. She gonna be kicking ass, man.
Listen.
Shit.
This fuck nigga mentioned my name. You started it, man. Fuck you, nigga.
Started, nigga.
Fuck
You was
you
doing
about,
mad weird shit.
You're not mad at him mentioning your name. You mad at the girl.
Shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
His heart is pouring out.
Exactly.
Man, fuck you. Fuck you niggas. I'm Sub-Zero. I got bitches.
Sweetie pie.
Y'all niggas can suck my dick. I'm good, nigga. I got bitches, nigga. Y'all know me. Y'all know me, nigga. Sweetie pie, all that shit. Y'all gonna ride mad dick, nigga. You fucking suck ass niggas. Y'all know I get
Hey,
pussy,
Sub, we
nigga.
trying to make amends with you. You still snapping.
Nigga said, sweetie! Nigga said he poured his heart out. Nigga said he's pouring his heart out. That nigga was, yo. That nigga was. I ain't never heard so much nigga talking about another nigga joint. Why you took out the... That nigga went crazy. Yo, that nigga went crazy. If y'all missed that, man, y'all gotta go check out Death of the Cloud Chaser, Black 100, Sub-Zero, Math Alpha episode. That shit was crazy, nigga. That been Sub going back and forth about a broad. You know, it's always about a broad. The other specifics, I just choose not to even reiterate. Just so you know, he poured this heart out. Nah, man. Nigga call you sweetie, man. You gotta go find that nigga. I'm sorry. You gotta go find that nigga. But yo, in more recent news, right? I think that was the Blue Couch too as well. A guy named Neil or something like that. He talked about how he's from Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee and all my gangsters from Milwaukee. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And this is like to across the 50 states. Don't play with niggas from Milwaukee. They give it up. They like, I don't even know what the fuck they like. They just bad shit. That's all I could say. Them niggas is bad shit. But apparently what I didn't know, because I didn't really care too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole shit was nasty. The white dude from in the 90s, Jeffrey Dahmer, he's from over there. He actually worked at a chocolate factory over there in Milwaukee and all that. So reading in the comments, like a lot of people was like agreeing with the guy, like, yeah, he's right, he 100%, because like it's small, everybody knows each other. So everybody kind of knew Jeff, but they didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? And money goes in to explain how he, encountered Jeffrey Dahmer.
Serve that nigga all the time.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You served Jeffrey all the time.
I knew the nigga.
Do you feel a little responsible for some shit? Hell no.
No, with us, you know, we was in Milwaukee. We was at before that nigga moved over there. We was on the corner. It was called the Hill down. It all went up on a hill, and it was on 24th and Kilbourne. That's where we was at. And when he moved over there, we was just thinking that we thought he was the police at first. He was all clean cut and shit, walking back and forth from the chocolate factory he was working. We didn't know who the fuck this nigga was. You know what I'm saying? So one day I asked him. He came up and was nervous because, you know, he was like, I said, hey man, what you doing over here, man? He said, my father got an apartment around the corner. He was stutter, so when he was nervous, he'd say shit twice. And I said, okay, well, you know, you look like, you know, because I knew he was too old to be a student in Marquette. I knew he was too clean to be a hype. So what the fuck is this nigga doing over here? He don't look like the police, but he might be a motherfucking, you know. We had all kind of spots around there. You know, we had a spot in his building. You know what I'm saying? So we like, so then I started seeing the nigga like he was hanging out with these dudes and they would want to buy drugs from us and my niggas would give it to him. And like, it was just nothing. It was just like serving niggas. You know what I'm saying?
So apparently he worked at a chocolate factory out there. And then some of the comments that I saw under that post, some people, you know, they seen him. You know, they corroborated what Money was saying. Like, yeah, Jeffrey did work at a chocolate factory over there. Hustlers everywhere. You know the game. Niggas already got their shit situated, but they checking them out. You know what I mean? So I guess one day they, you know, like he said, he must have approached Jeffrey like, yo, what's up? You know, and you know, Jeffrey told him, you know, whoop-de-whoop. They had a spot in Jeffrey's building. So that's when they got to even know him a little bit more and figured out that he wasn't police. He was, you know, he was just a hype. New York City, that's what out of town is called drug addicts. He was a hype. So, but his hype shit, he wasn't trying to cop from them because I guess he was scared. Shit, niggas is crazy in Milwaukee. So I guess he was getting it from his feed that he knew already, and they was going to see Money. Like he said, Money was they was coming to cop from him. And then he goes into explain a little bit more. With
all the time.
Wait, what?
Because it was apparently, like, you seen
The news clip.
It wasn't no news clip, nigga. I was on the phone arguing with my ex on the payphone. Then all I see helicopters and shit.
So now he's about to explain because they I think Money asked him like, yo, so did you see it on the news? Like he was like, nah, I'm in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the phone with I see helicopters, nigga, fuck a news. I see helicopters. I'm thinking yo, and then when he said that shit had me crying, yo, watch this.
All the time.
Wait, what?
Because it was apparently, like, you seen
The news clip.
It wasn't no news clip, nigga. I was on the phone arguing with my ex on the payphone. Then all I see helicopters and shit. And I'm thinking, ain't none of us around here serving that much for no motherfucking helicopters and shit to be coming. I'm like, wait the fuck a minute, who is this nigga they going after? Because it was apparently, like, you seen news trucks and shit like that. So I was like, okay, they ain't after none of us, so now I want to know what the fuck going on. Mother chick little crackheads, I'm like, that motherfucker was eating people. I said, what? Who, Jeff? And he didn't go kidnap no motherfucker. They was coming to him, but they weren't leaving.
So, I mean, niggas was just being able to disappear. Nobody figured out.
We was in the hood, dog. We didn't give a fuck. We wasn't looking for that. We didn't really pay attention to it. So we never thought nothing like that was going on, bro. Nothing. And that fucked me up for a while, man, because I knew what we was into and we could have got him if we knew it.
Right.
Like, we knew that would have never made the news. Would have been fucked up.
Yeah.
and any motherfucker that was in the way with this nigga. Even though it was by itself, it would have been so bad that niggas would have been taking out niggas that didn't have nothing to do with it.
Right.
You was with this nigga?
Yeah, you hear that? Yeah, like, if they would have found out, and the dudes outside, because he was basically saying, right, it wasn't that he was going to bring people in, like going out searching for people. They was coming to his crib. They just wasn't leaving. You know what I'm saying? They just wasn't leaving. So by the time he found out, I think he said his shorty told him. And yeah, like, I could just imagine, yeah, it would have probably went way worse if they would have found out, because then they would have took it out. Like, innocent people probably would have got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because they said if you was even close to him, they, you know what I'm saying, they'd have took it out on him too as well. So he was alone in that whole situation. It was just really disgusting. Like, he even said it, like I said, I'm not watching that Netflix shit. We lived it. We don't want to relive that. That ain't nothing. That's not entertainment to us. That shit was real. And it was weird. Like, he's eating people. Like, the fuck out of here. Nah, we good. But yeah. So, shout out to Mecca Audio and Jaguar, right? She had just did something, like I said. And this is what he had put out.
That you said was going to be invalidated on Tuesday. See, that's what happens when you're a liar. See, I didn't have to worry about what I said on Monday, because I knew what I said on Monday was going to hold up on Wednesday. The truth needs no support, just time and room.
Why do
The truth needs no support, just time and room.
That you said was going to be invalidated on Tuesday. See, that's what happens when you're a liar. See, I didn't have to worry about what I said on Monday, because I knew what I said on Monday was going to hold up on Wednesday. The truth needs no support, just time and room.
Why?
You know, because it's like, basically, before that, she was speaking on how Vlad's lie didn't hold up to the following day after the Piers Morgan. You know what I'm saying? She knew that everything that she said was going to hold up even up until Wednesday, the following day and the day after. So, you know, that's kind of where she's at right now. You know what I'm saying? The truth don't need no help. It just needs time and room to show you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tall lesson, you know, to those that may think they see everything as like a conspiracy theory and, you know, all that other whacked out stuff. Not everybody's crazy. You know, there's a lot of shit that's going on and it's in the background. And you got some of these people that went through these things and they're trying to explain it to you guys, but it's kind of hard when you're dealing with house niggas or, you know what I'm saying, people that's protecting those type of situations that's making people uncomfortable and for years couldn't express themselves, you know. So yeah, salute the Jaguar, you know, for keeping it thorough and, you know, standing on her ground about the whole situation, because to be honest with you personally, I thought she was bugging too. Like, she going, you know, Jay-Z crazy, but seems like she might not. We don't know. We'll just have to see how it pan out. But yeah, so let's get into this content real quick with John Gotti Jr. sitting down with Patrick Bey David, and they're talking the life. Our
is the reality.
Yeah, there was a story I think Sammy did. Sammy DeBoli says, we tried to buy him out and we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He turned us down and
Well, I could tell you this much. I've seen and dealt with a lot of cooperators. The government had employed, in my tenure, in my trials, over 100 cooperators came against me, and they forgave 110 murders to bring these guys against me. And many of them were complete frauds and fakes. Sammy Gravano was who he said he was. He was part of John's administration. He found his way through the door because of Frankie DeChico. Because Frankie was a somebody and Sammy was not a somebody. He found his way on Frankie's coattails. When Frankie got killed, Sammy became a somebody. John being that consummate diplomat, okay, and always looking loyal to Frankie DeChico, who was a tough guy, really good guy. That was one of his proteges, so he was brought along for the ride and became more than what he should have become. But that being said, to my father's fault, Sammy did evolve to that point, but many of the stories he had told was one more bullshit than the next. He sort of took himself and put himself in John Gotti's light and put John Gotti almost in his light. And to me, what really makes me, and again, I'm a civilian, 26 years. I have no axe to grind. People say, well, you're angry. Why am I angry? I won. I won.
Yeah, pardon me. I had a phone call real quick. But yeah, so basically what John is saying, like how Gravano tried to like put himself bigger than, his father, which is a little crazy,
You a bum ass smack, nigga. Word of my dad, you a bum ass smack. You know how niggas like to be mad, nigga. You stink, you don't take showers, none of that, nigga. Suck my dick. Nigga gonna take my weed, nigga. He a
My bad. Pardon me. As young niggas from my city, they be wild. That was the wrong.
Is the reality.
Yeah, there was a story I think Sammy did. Sammy DeBole, he says, we tried to buy him out and we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He turned us down and...
Well, I could tell you this much. I've seen and dealt with a lot of cooperators. The government had employed, in my tenure, in my trials, over 100 cooperators came against me, and they forgave 110 murders to bring these guys against me. And many of them were complete frauds and fakes. Sammy Gravano was who he said he was. He was part of John's administration. He found his way through the door because of Frankie DeChico. Because Frankie was a somebody and Sammy was not a somebody. He found his way on Frankie's coattails. When Frankie got killed, Sammy became a somebody. John being that consummate diplomat, okay, and always looking loyal to Frankie DeChico, who was a tough guy, really good guy. That was one of his proteges, so he was brought along for the ride and became more than what he should have become. But that being said, to my father's fault, Sammy did evolve to that point, but many of the stories he had told was one more bullshit than the next. He sort of took himself and put himself in John Gotti's light and put John Gotti almost in his light. And to me, what really makes me, and again, I'm a civilian, 26 years. I have no axe to grind. People say, well, you're angry. Why am I angry? I won. I won.
He won. Now, watch what he says about it. Hold up, I should have it.
Its government is the most powerful entity in the world. Will you agree?
For sure, yeah.
Have they toppled governments?
Absolutely.
Have they killed heads of state?
Many times. Some say just happened.
Yeah. I beat them. 5 trials in 37 months, 5 federal indictments, 37 months. I'm here talking to you. I'm not bitter. I'm excited. Chris.
Yeah. Yo. 5-time champ. 5-time champ. Yo, you know what's crazy? I remember when he was going through it. I do. I remember when he was going through every last one of them. They did. They did. They were back to back. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yo, they was on his taco. They was on his taco. Just like his pops. Teflon. Teflon. Nigga. Teflon. You heard? 5-time champ. Ain't not near, not near, not a near nutter. Not a near nutter. The fuck you mean? 5 times, nigga? Shit. Yeah, your pops raised you right, kid. Word. Happy holidays to you and your family, B. Word. That's a fucking fact. Nigga, 5-time grand champ. That's a grand champ too. That ain't state. That's federal. So that's the major leagues. It's grand champ right there. Yeah, and I feel him. Like, nigga, I beat it. The fuck y'all listening to that nigga for? What? The fuck out of here. You gonna listen to that bozo? You gonna listen to and that's what he was basically trying to say, like, yo, do you know how many people they try to use to try to get me? And y'all jacking these rats? Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging.
Its government is the most powerful entity in the world. Will you agree?
For sure, yeah.
Have they toppled governments?
Absolutely.
Have they killed heads of state?
Many times. Some say just happened.
Yeah. I beat them. 5 trials in 37 months. 5 federal indictments, 37 months. I'm here talking to you. I'm not bitter. I'm excited. Christmas is coming. I'm going to be with my grandkids. I'm going to be with my family. I'm excited. I feel bad for my brothers that I left behind in prison, but I am the happiest guy you're ever going to meet. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm not bitter. But when you've got to view all this nonsense over and over again, and the lie after lie, and the fact that they've given absolution to 110 murders to over 100 individuals, and you can watch someone like Sammy Gravano that can sit there who took the coward's way out, a coward. He is a coward. Let's make no mistake about that, okay? He didn't do his time. He went into a witness protection program. He went into witness units, comfy, cushy units. If he wasn't at a safe house in Quantico, Virginia, then he was in a comfortable witness unit. Even his last bid, he talks about how he got a badge of honor from the Aryan Brotherhood, a clover on his arm. He was in a rat unit in ADX, Colorado, with other rats. So he.
Now what? The ADX got a rat unit. That's why I feel like that federal system shit ain't nothing but protection for fucking rats. You know what I'm saying? Certain spots, you know. ADX being, you know, it's either you're a rat or you could get possibly killed by a foreign or internal government. So they put you like 20 feet underground. Yeah, just taking the easy way out, like he said. Not doing your time. Being in comfy spots. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, you know, and it's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, for real, for real.
My father, well, John was going to sell me out first. Listen to me. There's not a rat that would tell you that. There's not a stand-up guy. You won't find a guy like John Gotti. John Gotti, as we say in the streets and in prison, he walked it all the way to the gate. He never one time. He could have been released from Marion, Illinois anytime he wanted to. All he had to do was sign a document. Everybody else that went there signed that document. There was a document that you're agreeing you're no longer the person that you were, and you're agreeing to what's called a step-down program. So when you get there, you have to be in Marion for a total of 18 months.
Mad people that I had heard this in the 90s too when I was young. Like, niggas would be in the feds for about 2 to 5 years or whatever. Then they, all of a sudden, they shit changes or whatever. That means they like telling us something. I heard it. I heard a little whisper about that too. But yeah, he said his father didn't sign it. He stayed in solitary confinement. He just did his bid like a man. And there's also reports, like he was saying, about his father.
Program. He wouldn't go along with what they wanted to say, okay, I'm no longer John Gotti anymore. He was going to die John Gotti. The way he lived is the way he was going to die. And I've interviewed people for projects I'm working on, which we're going to be coming out shortly with. People that were in Marion with my dad. Shot callers for La M, Mexican Mafia. Shot callers for the Aryan Brotherhood. Shot callers for the Latin Kings. Interviewed them all. And what they had to say of what it was like to be around this man, the aura that he had. The shot caller's name was Black Bob for the Mexican Mafia. He used to refer to my father.
What was the name? Black
Bob.
Black Bob
for the Mexican, for the La M. He used to refer to Latin King guys, keep an eye on the general. He used to call him Generale. He'd go like this with his fingers, Generale. And the stories you heard about how they received and accepted and loved and adored my father. This is how you do in time. He taught people how to do time. He taught people how to be a man, how to comport yourself like a man, okay? He did. And then you got someone like Sammy Gravano, who took the shortcut, abandoned his wife and kids, left them in the streets, knowing that people were going to kill his family, wanted to kill his family. Left them like a dog that he was, went into WITSEC units, cared only about himself. And you want to sit there now and you want to bash someone like my father? You want to sit there and try to damage his character? Shame on him. Shame on him, and shame on the government that released him. Because they knew exactly what he was going to do. I have...
He said it. He went in further detail. But if you know what happened. You know the story. Now, the story history states Sammy ratted on John, and he copped out to what, 19 murders out of 31, some shit like that, right? And fuck knows how much years they gave him. But what Junior is saying, they released him only for him to... They didn't even release him. He went into WITSEC and bounced or did some other shit. And that's when the whole Arizona shit popped off. If you know, you was outside, you know what happened. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and went crazy in Arizona. That's when ecstasy was popping. Man, listen. Niggas probably getting ecstasy from Amsterdam. I heard one pill was like 4 cents. Right? Come over here to the States and sell them for like $25, $15, $20. Shit was popping. He ended up getting knocked. His family ended up getting knocked. The whole shit. It was a whole shit show. Like John Gotti Jr. ain't lying. It was a fucking shit show and a hell of a fucking embarrassment for the federal government to have done that. You know what I'm saying? It was a shit. He really embarrassed the fuck out of them to the point they ended up giving that nigga 20 joints. You know what I'm saying? So now you see he's just now getting out. You know what I mean? That happened like in like the mid 90s or some shit. But yeah, like he said, taking a coward way out. It's a coward. He even went into further detail about the murders. and how everybody view him and look up to him and think that he did all of that. Come to find out he ain't do none of that shit. He did do something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting into all of that. They know. It is what it is. But the shit was crazy. Something that you would just consider, you would consider him a accidental murderer. You know what I'm saying? If you were to speak, But yeah, just the big tall tales and shit, and how people like, one person to tell one person something, then another person to tell another person something, then the next thing you know, he's just this big old boogeyman, you know what I'm saying? Or he's this figure that's now bigger than the nigga who put him on. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. Like, watching this whole shit go down, being from New York City, I felt them. Like, I felt John Gotti Jr. Pause. I felt his pain. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this nigga got my pops locked up. Nigga was damn near alone. You know what I mean? He had his uncle, though. He had Peter. But you kind of sensed it in the streets. Like, he for Dolo. And then it just got to the point, like, yo, you know what? Fuck everybody. Like, that nigga got on some real fuck everybody shit. Fuck all this shit, nigga. Like, I know his family was looking at him like, what do you mean? Nigga, fuck everything, nigga. That shit too. The shit that he went, the shit, yo. That conversation that he had with his father in the jail was one of the most gangsterous moments ever recorded in history. And it was just basically the old world and the new world. You know what I'm saying? Like, now everybody want to do what Junior was trying to tell his father back then. But then John was just still on some, nah, nigga, once you win, you ain't no one. That nigga John was not trying. God bless the dead. No, it be called that, but he wasn't trying to hear that. Like, it was tough. It was tough to see, like, because you taught one thing. It's like, but then you see your peoples go through it, and you're like, damn, then why even, you know? It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And then, hearing a story about his mom's and, his brother getting killed, hit by a car. Mom's never really recovering off of that. It's a lot of trauma in the life, but it's something that John Gotti Sr. took under the chin. So he, like, his son was saying, his office, like, or his den was next to his room, and that's the only time he would cry. Like, no one never saw John Gotti cry. He wouldn't show his emotion, and people, they live with that. However, he also knew that he was a soldier, so he knew how to move. And then he also explained how he was also a charismatic man who really showed that he was like the king of New York. Every first of the month, or around the first of the month, him, John Gotti Sr., a couple of his crew members, they will all get like the doctors together and take them out to eat. All of the top doctors, or the doctors in New York City, they would grab them all up and take them out to eat. And then he said they would do it with the lawyers too. Get all the top lawyers in New York City and take them out to eat. Like, every month, every first of the month, he was doing that. Fire department, whatever. And that's dope. Like, he said he was more than just, he said the hoodlums looked like, he's a hoodlum, John Gotti Sr., but he also wore many hats. He knew how to move a room. Meaning, if he's there with the lawyers, he know how to talk lawyer talk. If he's there with the whoever's he around, he knows how to talk. Like what he said, his trees turn into threes when he's around the lawyers and stuff like that. Like, he has an Italian heavy Italian accent too. So he's like, when he's around his friends, he talk that slang, but when he's around lawyers and doctors and stuff like that, he talk highly educated. He was a very intelligent man. So that was dope about him. You see these traits of a man, and then you have these sons that you're raising. You just hope that they will follow your footsteps. You know what I'm saying? You will hope so. But in this life, you kind of question whether or not you want them to even follow your footsteps, right? And maybe that was the turning point that John Gotti Sr. had with his son. And ultimately, he just saying, like, you know what? The signs of the times was with me. I had to change the old ways. And I guess he saw it in his son, too. Like, you know what? Maybe this ain't what it was when I came in it, and, hopefully he got to see it that way. Because if he look how the game is now, oh my gosh. Yeah, listen, I'll tell you. They ratting like that shit is in, matter of fact, it is in style. I'm sorry. They ratting like it's in style right now. Like that's the new thing. Like now it's acceptable to be a rat. Like those are the winners. If you ain't ratting, if you're not ratting, they looking at you like you crazy. I just can't. I can't see that logic. You still got gangsters that's doing 100 years, 500 years. And they just waiting for your rat ass. They waiting for you to pull up in the joint. That's what people don't think about. There's cats that's in there, man. They standing tall. And they don't condone it. You just don't see them. You don't hear their voice. All the people that don't condone ratting, you don't hear their voice. Why? Because they in there doing 100 years. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you hear out here is the total opposite of not ratting. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do this episode on this guy Freddie G who's now in serving time in ADX as well. I didn't even know they had like a rat thing in ADX, but there's one of the most heinous federal prisons. I think it's in West Virginia. I forgot the nickname of it. He was there at first, and then a year into his life sentence, only a year in, they had got it on a ringer that Whitey Bulger was pulling up. And so I want to get into that a little bit more. I'll probably do another show on that because that right there is something that rats need to really think about it and think twice about it. Maybe I really need to get to understand what this whole thing is about because just because niggas is in there doesn't mean shit still can't be moved. So let's see. everything's smooth. And with that being said, I'm out. Salute to everybody. Hope you enjoy your holidays and
You want, get out the crib. Don't let nothing stress builds up. That shit gonna turn you retarded. That shit gonna turn you sick. You gonna die. Somebody who get on your nerves and always in your head, stay away from them, block them, keep them blocked. Don't answer them, keep them blocked. Your happiness is first. I'm telling y'all, my nigga, you gonna die. Trying to listen and I'm telling you. Cause don't kill yourself. Everybody treat everybody different. Yeah, that went over some of y'all noggin. Probably stressing you and treating him. I don't know.
Ain't get life from them bulls. It don't feel right when we lose. Put my hard dog life on the news. I'm a lucky walk to the bank. I'm a gilly bop in the trap. Brody had a light and a spoon. Shoot for the stars, might hit the moon. Bitch, I need a meal, I might get it soon. If I don't leave the hill, I might end up dying. Realistically, I might get indicted. Trench baby, this environment exciting. 95, I ain't have a license. I said fuck it though, I'm driving. I was heavy on the grams, heavy on the beans, heavy on the mileage. Now I'm heavy with the gun, heavy in the stew, heavy on the talent. And I know I sip a whole lot of lean, but I'm never off balance. Ring, ring, this the money phone and it's never on silent. Jail with a credit card, wildin'. All black sweater, Stone Allen. Gotti got 22 years, we just tryna get him home faster. Every step another closed chapter. Every step another closed chapter. We don't send niggas to the doctor, we gon' send a nigga to the pastor. We gon' spin an op block now, we gon' spin a man's block after. All my mans got wrapped up, so you know my trigger finger faster. It's 200 on the dash, big money blacks, niggas ain't gon' catch up. Devil on my shoulder, ounce of the wok, ounce of the soda. Perk with my lunch, perk with my dinner, I hate being sober. Hoodie weather, but the hood getting hot, heart getting colder. Big knock, it go knock, knock, and then
Hit back.
Love you so much, God. I thank you so much, God.
Hey. I know how I feel being hopeless, taking L's back to back, trying to keep your focus. The people that depend on me, they'll never notice, cause I do what I'm supposed to, secure them and keep going. Ain't nobody life perfect, especially mine. I'm working on it though, I'm getting rid of felonies now. My credit 800, niggas can't discredit me now. I wanna ask you some shit, but you might tell me a lie. But hey, I barely care, I no longer live in my feelings, shit, I'm barely there. I can never live in New York, cause I can't carry there. They say I can't live in my city, cause it's crazy there. I'm like, shit, that's everywhere. Don't come telling me nobody business, I don't fucking care. I don't kiss and tell, just know I had to hold up her hair. Ran inside my crib, you got it, took what I tucked in there. But get on your knees and thank your God that I wasn't there. Grisbo, my niggas kill folks, no talking. Got shooters, but I keep the fin on me like a dolphin. Ain't no running from this shit, hell no, bro, hawk 'em. All my niggas getting green, bitch, we play for Boston. No, all my niggas getting blues, bitch, we play for Buffalo. Ran into your bitch, I spared your life, I could've fucked her though. Told that little bitch first and foremost, touching me like touching gold. Just talked to 100 million, told that bitch I'm coming home. I'm talking to my young savages, they out here into that. Don't let these niggas trick you off the streets over that internet. Real bosses don't cry over losses, we gon' get it back. The goal is to still get this money while you sitting back, nigga.
Paranoid. I don't trust my baby mama. When she met me with my daughter, I was gripping on my chopper. She like, damn, Ricky, you think I wanna see you?
Let me borrow a joint. You need to borrow a job with your broke ass. Always trying to smoke up somebody's shit. The hell on, Felicia.
Remember that.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Craig.
Bye, Felicia.
Y'all stand. You goddamn pet.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.